Hey everybody, it's Teresa. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to make a bracelet today, and I'm going to use some of the beads that came in my most recent Adornable Elements Beads of the Month Club subscription. I get the rotating Beads of the Month Club, and this time I got the 11 Miyuki seed beads. I'll put a link in the corner of this video and in the description box below to the unboxing video I did for this subscription in case you want to watch it, where I go over all the different colors of beads that came this time and how the subscription works and all. I have a coupon code. It's Teresa10, and I'll put it on the screen here and in the description box below, along with a link to their website. The coupon will save you 10% off the first month of whatever club or clubs you decide to sign up for. They have 6 different clubs that you can pick from, and I get the rotating Beads of the Month Club, which means they rotate me through all 6 clubs 1 month at a time. And if you decide to get the rotating club like I get and you use my code, they'll put you on the same rotation that I'm on, which means you'll get the same collection of beads that I do every month. I'm using the, galvanized light raspberry beads that came in the box. And I'm using the matte silver lined emerald seed beads that came in the box. And I'm using some of my galvanized gold 8/0s and 11/0s. And I'm using this little toggle clasp. It's a Tiara Cast Craftsman toggle clasp that came in last month's Findings Companion Pack that I got. It's bright gold was the finish that last month. I just am seriously in love with these companion packs. They're just such a great addition to the subscription. They're an additional cost, but it's not any additional cost to ship because they would ship it with your club subscription. Unless you're an international customer, you would need to. If you are, you would need to contact them. You can email them or call them or whatever and find out what the shipping would be to your particular country. I'm using my 8-pound Fireline in smoke. You probably could use 6-pound. I probably would have used 6-pound, but I'm almost out of it. I didn't use 6-pound hardly at all, and now I use it a whole lot, and I can't seem to keep it, so I need to get some more. But you could probably use 6-pound if you'd rather use it instead of the 8-pound. I'm sure it'd be fine. I have a size 12 beading needle that I'm going to use. You could probably use an 11 if you want to. I don't know, though, because I'm going to be, this is going to be a double spiral bracelet, and it's kind of hard to get through the core beads that go up the center of it sometimes, so it might be better you use a size 12, but you can try a size 11 if you want to, of course. I'm going to be using my chain nose pliers to flatten the thread to get it through my needle, and my scissors to cut my Fireline. I think that's everything. I'll put links to everything I'm using in the description box below that didn't come in this subscription. So hold on, I'll get some of my beads poured out and I'll be back. Okay, I've got some of all my beads poured out here. I've got my, I'm going to call these purple. I think they were berry, galvanized berry or something, but I'm going to refer to them as purple and green. And I think I forgot to say, but these 8/0s and 11/0s gold, galvanized gold from my stash are Miyuki. The brand is Miyuki. So I'm going to zoom in here. I did a single spiral bracelet before, and I had several people ask that I do a double spiral, and I just had never done it because I'm afraid it's kind of hard to see what I'm doing here, but I'm going to try this and see if I can manage. So I'm going to pick up 4 of my 8/0s. These are going to be my core beads. They're going to go down the center of my bracelet, and I'm going to bring them all down to my stop bead. Now I've got some beads laying over here to the side that I'm going to be picking up from, so I don't have to keep reaching across the screen in front of you all. So I'm going to start with my purple, and I'm going to pick up 3 purple. I'm going to pick up 1 of my 11/0 gold beads and 3 more purple. So I've got 7 11/0s on there. You don't have to put that gold one in the middle if you want to pick up all purple. That's fine, whatever you want to do, but that's just what I wanted to do. So I'm going to drop those down. And now I'm going to go up all from the bottom, all 4 of these 8-ohs. Just the 8-ohs. I don't want to get caught in any of those 11-ohs. And I'm going to pull my thread through. And that makes a little loop on the side of my 8-ohs there. Now I'm going to flip it around. And I'm going to do a loop of the green on the other side. So I'm going to pick up 3 green. One of my gold 11-ohs. And 3 green. And I'm going to go back up these 4 8-ohs from the bottom. That's going to put a loop on that side of my 8-ohs. Now I'm going to flip it around. You have to flip it around every time. So I'm going to flip it around. And every time I do a new loop, I'm going to start with my purple side. And whatever side you're putting on, well, for me, it's going to be on the right. If you're left-handed, it might be easier for you to put your loop, to do your loop on the left, but mine is going to be on the right. So, and every time I start a new purple side, I'm going to pick up a new core bead. So I'm going to pick up an 8-oh and drop it down. And now I'm just going to pick up 3 more purples. One of my 11-oh gold. And 3 more purples. Now I'm going to drop those down. Now I want to go down here and I want to go up 4 of my 8-ohs. So I'm not going to go in that bottom 8-oh. I'm going to go in the next one. And go up the 4 8-ohs, which will include that 8-oh I just added when I started this one. So I'm going to pull my thread through. And I want to make sure my loop lands over top of this loop that I've already made, the first loop that I made. Like that. Now I'm going to flip it. Now I'm not going to add a core bead this time because I'm on my green side. So I'm going to pick up 3 green. A gold 11-oh. And 3 green. And now I'm going to go down here. Keep that green on this side, and I'm going to go down here and go back up these same 4 8-ohs that I just went up. And pull my thread through. And make sure my loop lands over top of the loop I already made there. Now I'm going to flip it. Now I'm on my purple side, so I'm going to pick up a core bead this time. An 8-oh. And then I'm going to pick up 3 purple beads. An 11-oh gold bead. 3 purple beads. I'll drop all that down to my piece that I've already got made here. I'm going to go down and go up 4 of the 8-ohs, including that one that I just put on. Pull my thread through. Try not to get tangled, which I usually always do. Make sure that loop lands over top of the loops I've already made there. Now I'm going to flip it. I'm on my green side now, so I'm not going to pick up a core bead. I'm going to pick up 3 green, a gold 11-oh, and 3 green. And I'm going to go down here and go up 4 of my 8-ohs. And just make sure not to get caught in any of those 11-ohs. And I'm going to pull my thread through. And make sure my loop lands over top of this loop I already made. Now when you pull this through, you want to pull it through tight enough that there's no slack in your thread so that you're not seeing any thread, but you don't want to pull it really tight, because if you do, your 8-ohs will get really tight and it's hard to get your needle up and under there the next time, especially the fuller it gets, the farther along you get. So now I'm going to flip it. I'm on my purple side now, so I'm going to pick up a core bead, which is my 8-oh, and then I'm going to pick up 3 purple beads and an 11-oh and 3 purple beads. I'll drop all that down. Now I'm going to go down here and find my 4th 8-oh down and go in it and all 4 of those 8-ohs. Pull my thread through. Make sure my loop lands over top of the loop over here I've already made, and just pull it through gently so that it doesn't get too tight in there. Now I'm going to flip it. I'm on my green side now, so I'm not going to add a core bead. I'm going to pick up 3 green, a gold 11-oh, and 3 green. And I'm going to go down here and I'm going to find my 4th 8-oh down, and the fuller this gets, you'll have to kind of pry it apart so that you can get down in there. So I'm going to go down here and find my 4th 8-oh down. See if I can get my needle in there. I'd have to try to loosen it up a little bit. I might have got it too tight. I tried to pull it through gently, but I might not have pulled it through as gently as I thought I did. Well, this is why I've put off doing this for so long, because I was afraid that I would have this trouble and it would be hard for y'all to see what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to get up through all 4 of these 8-ohs. I'm going to pull this through. Make sure my loop lands over top of the loop I just made. Now if you have to get up and walk away or something and you come back and you forget which side you're on, you can just pull on it, and whichever side is loose, like that one's loose because that's the one I just put on, that'll tell you that that's the last one you put on, so you'll know which side you're on. Now I'm going to flip it. Pick up another, I'm on my purple side now, so I'm going to pick up another core bead, which is my 8-oh, 3 of my purple beads, 1 of my 11-oh gold beads, and 3 of my purple beads. I'll drop all that down. I'm going to go down here and find my 4th 8/0 down and go through all of those 4 8/0s. Pull my thread through. Make sure my loop lands over top, and that and tried not to. I want it to land over top of the loop that I made, the last loop I made on this side. Now I'm going to flip it. I'm doing my green side now, so I don't need to pick up a core bead. I'm going to pick up 3 green, a gold 11/0, and 3 green. I'm going to go down here and try to get through these 4 8/0s and not take forever like I did last time. Yeah, no, that's fine. That time I just pulled it too tight, I guess, other time. I'm going to go up those 4 8/0s, pull my thread through, make sure that loop lands over the last loop I put on there. Just pull it through gently, make sure there's no slack, but don't do it too hard. You don't want to get too tight in there. And that's all there is to it. So I'm just going to keep doing that until I get the length that I want. I think my clasp will take up probably about 1.5 inches, so I'll probably do about 6 inches. And then when I'm done, I'll be back and we'll put on the clasp. So I'll be back. Okay, I've got the length that I want now. And this really is a really pretty stitch. It makes a pretty little spiral. And now I'm going to put on my clasp. And this is just really easy. I'm coming out of this 8/0 here where I put on my last loop, and I'm going to pick up 3 of my gold 11/0s and my clasp, and 3 more of my gold 11/0s, and I'm going to go back down into my core here. Pull my thread through. Now I'm going to make a little 1/2 inch knot here in this thread bridge. Make a loop, go back up through my loop, pull my thread down slowly. Now I'm going to go back up this core and back up the 3 11/0s on one side of my toggle, back through my toggle, back into the 3 11/0s on the other side of my toggle, back down into my core. I'm going to try to go down I think I'm coming out the same place. I was going to say I'm going to try to come down into a different spot than I made that other knot, but I think this is the same one, but I'm going to go ahead and tie another knot here. Just go under that thread bridge. Don't get caught in any of the beads. Make a loop, go back through the loop, pull the thread down slowly. Now I'm going to go back up the core again. Now I'm going to go back around that again. I'm going to back up these 3 beads through the toggle, down through the other 3 beads. Then I'm going to go back down into my core and tie another 1/2 inch knot. And then I'll go a few, well, I'll just go ahead and do it. I'm going to go with these 3 beads, go through the clasp, go down these 3 beads, back down into the core. Try to get down a few more of my core beads this time. About to run out of thread here. Now I'm going to just tie another 1/2 inch knot here. If I have enough thread. Just barely did. Now I'm going to sew down through a couple more beads in my core here. Now I'm just going to cut off my thread. So now I'm just going to take my stop bead off this other end. I'm going to put on the bar side of my clasp just like I did the loop side. And then when I'm done, I'll come back and we'll see what I've got here. So I'll be back. Okay, there's my bracelet all done. There's what the spiral looks like. And let me put it together here. It came out shorter than I meant for it to. I meant for it to come out to be about 7.5 inches, and it just came out to 7 inches. I misjudged. I do that quite often, so this would probably have to be for somebody with a small wrist, especially since the bracelet itself is kind of bulky. I thought my clasping would take up more room than it did, but it's not a hard bracelet at all to make. The hardest thing about it is just sometimes getting back up through those core beads can be a little bit difficult, but it's really not hard to make, and I just really love that toggle. Like I said, I just am seriously in love with these companion packs that the Adornable Elements has. They just are such a great addition to the subscription. And like I said, if you're not subscribed to the Beads of the Month Club and you decide you want to, that coupon code will save you 10% off the first month of whatever club or clubs you decide to sign up for. I hope you all have enjoyed this video. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate those of you who have subscribed to my channel and watched my videos and liked and commented on my videos. I have a website where I sell my jewelry. I also sell gift cards and some extra beads and findings that I have. It's Teresa's Handmade Jewelry, and I'll put a link to it in the description box below in case you're interested, along with a link to my Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and my email. If you haven't, I'd really love it if you'd subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified when I upload a new video. So until next time, I hope y'all have a great day. Take care.